Welcome, everyone, to our YouTube channel today. So today, we are going to watch the full story of the movie Dil De Chuke Sanam. The main characters in the movie are played by Salman Khan, Ajay Devgn, and the beautiful actress Aishwarya Rai. So, without further delay, let's get into the full story of the movie. When the movie begins, we see a beautiful, traditional family celebrating the Diwali festival. The head of this family, Pandit Darbar, loves classical music and spends his life teaching this art to future generations. He has a very beautiful daughter, and her name is Nandini. She is a very playful girl and always spends her time having fun. At that moment, Nandini's mother tells her to go and clean her room. A guest is coming from Italy to learn music from her father. Nandini gets very annoyed by this. Nandini says, "My room is always given to guests. This time, I am not going to clean it." Nandini gets really upset. After a while, the guest named Samir arrives at their home. So, Samir has come from Italy to learn traditional music from Nandini's father. After going to his room, Samir meets Nandini, but Nandini completely ignores Samir and just listens to what he says. However, from the first day he sees her, Samir starts to feel a little attraction toward Nandini. Samir is a very fun-loving person, so he enjoys his time at Nandini's house a lot. But Nandini is still annoyed with Samir. At that moment, one of the house servants comes and tells Samir, "Guruji sir is calling you." So, in a hurry, Samir rushes to meet Guruji. Samir is in such a hurry that he goes to Nandini's father while still wearing his casual clothes. Everyone at the dinner table laughs at Samir. Samir quickly runs back to his room, changes into proper clothes, and comes back to the dining table. Before dinner, Nandini's father tells Samir, "You came here to learn music, right? So, play something for me." Feeling very nervous, Samir stands up. To everyone's surprise, he sings a beautiful song. After the song ends, Nandini's father tells Samir, "You are not only a good singer, but I can also see that you are a good person." In the evening, Guruji starts Samir's music lessons. Nandini's father says, "Music is like a god to me. You must respect it. To become a great musician, you must have a pure heart." At that moment, Samir asks Guruji, "As my guru, what can I offer you as a gift?" Guruji replies, "If I ever need anything, I will ask you at the right time. Until then, learn what I teach you properly." Samir joins Guruji and starts learning music seriously. As time slowly passes, Nandini starts to develop feelings for Samir without realizing it. By this time, Samir also starts having feelings for Nandini. After a few days, a wedding takes place in the house. It is the wedding of Anu, Nandini's cousin. This wedding is an arranged marriage, but Anu already has a lover. On the day of the wedding, Anu tells her lover the truth. "No matter how much we love each other, we can never be together. So, from today onward, we must move on." So now you all understand that in this traditional household, there is absolutely no place for love between two people, and an arranged marriage is the only possibility. However, regardless of this, Samir and Nandini's love story continues to grow stronger without anyone realizing it. On the night of Anu's wedding celebration, Nandini performs a dance to one of the movie's most popular songs. At that moment, a young lawyer named Raj, who is attending the wedding, sees Nandini and instantly develops a deep liking for her. The next day, after the wedding celebrations end, Ajay's family sends a marriage proposal to Nandini's parents. They express their wish to take Nandini as their daughter-in-law. Nandini's parents are extremely pleased with this proposal. This is because Raj is the son of the well-known lawyer Vikram and is also a lawyer himself. So, getting connected to such a respected family is a great opportunity. When Nandini finds out about this, she becomes very anxious and tells Samir everything. She seriously considers talking to her father about it. Otherwise, she tells Samir angrily, "You will just have to watch as I belong to someone else and leave this house." As Nandini cries, Samir embraces her with love. Even though Samir tries to comfort Nandini, she is extremely distressed. At that moment, Samir kisses Nandini. After a while, Nandini starts to panic. She says, "Samir, isn't what we're doing a sin? My father will never approve of this." At this point, Nandini believes that if they continue like this, she might become pregnant. When she asks Samir about this, Samir reassures her, "No, that won't happen. Don't be afraid. Meanwhile, the two of them are talking in the house's library. Suddenly, Nandini hears a small noise. When she goes to check, she realizes that her aunt has overheard everything. The aunt pretends she was just looking for a book. At that moment, Nandini tells her aunt, "Auntie, just mind your own business instead of prying into other people's affairs." The next day, Ajay's family comes to meet Nandini's parents. Everyone happily agrees to the marriage proposal. Nandini, who is unaware of everything happening, later asks her grandmother about love stories. As her grandmother tells her own romantic story in a fascinating way, Samir arrives. Samir listens to their conversation with great interest. As they talk, since Nandini's grandmother has weak eyesight, Samir affectionately holds Nandini and helps untangle a lace knot on her grandmother's bedspread. That night, Nandini's mother tells her, "This morning, Raj's family came over. We have decided on your marriage." Even though Nandini tries to tell her mother about Samir, a servant suddenly interrupts, saying, "Anu has fought with her husband and returned home." Everyone rushes to see what happened. At that moment, Anu tells them, "I am not going back. I cannot live with that man." The elders of the family discuss the matter, and Nandini's father says, "We will send Anu back to her husband's house in a few days." Meanwhile, Nandini and Samir secretly help Anu reunite with her true love, Bharat, and escape the house that night. Nandini and Samir feel very happy about what they have done, believing they did the right thing for Anu. The next morning, when Anu's father finds out about her disappearance, he violently beats the servant, demanding to know where she went. But the servant remains silent and does not reveal anything. At this point, Anu's father angrily scolds Nandini's father. "I told you we should have sent Anu back to her husband's house last night itself. As the head of this family, I respected your decision. Now you must also take responsibility for this disaster." He adds, "One day, if Nandini does something like this to you, only then will you understand." Hearing this, Nandini's father gets furious and says, "I trust my daughter completely. She would never do such a thing." At this moment, Nandini's aunt, who had been waiting for an opportunity to expose Nandini, steps in and says, "If you trust her so much, why don't you check what she is doing right now?" Following this, when Nandini's father goes to check, he finds Nandini embracing Samir on the rooftop. Seeing this, Nandini's mother tells her, "I never expected this from you. For 8 months, you never even mentioned anything to me." Nandini, almost losing her mind, starts shouting, "I belong only to Samir. I will never marry anyone else." At this point, her mother becomes extremely worried. She tells Nandini, "Don't be upset. I will try talking to your father." Meanwhile, Samir apologizes to Guruji, saying he should have spoken to him earlier about this. Guruji tells Samir, "This is the perfect time for you to offer me Guru Dakshina." However, instead of asking for money, Guruji asks Samir to make a promise to never see Nandini again. He also tells Samir to leave as soon as possible. At this moment, Samir is left helpless because he cannot betray the Guru who taught him everything. Later, Nandini's mother rushes to Nandini and tells her, "Samir is preparing to leave this house. I didn't even get a chance to talk to your father about it. You can go and see Samir one last time. Your father has given you permission for that." Hearing this, Nandini runs desperately, stumbling along the way. She feels like she has lost her entire world. She stands on the rooftop, watching Samir leave. Even though she extends her hand and calls out, "Don't go." It is already too late. A few days later, Nandini marries Raj. She lives in deep sorrow because the person she truly wanted to marry was Samir, not Raj. After the wedding ended, they left for Raj's house. Once they arrived, Raj told Nandini, "We are about to start a new life." As Raj tried to get closer to Nandini, she said, "I have to wake up at 4 in the morning, so I'm going to sleep." Even though Raj found this a bit strange, he didn't think much of it. That night, Raj stayed awake, wondering whether Nandini was truly happy with him. When Raj moved closer to Nandini, who was lying on the other side of the bed, and tried to embrace her, she suddenly woke up and pushed him away. Surprised, Raj asked, "Nandini, did I do something wrong? We are husband and wife now." Angry at his words, Nandini got out of bed and asked, "Is this what our relationship is about?" She pulled the sari from her body in frustration. This made Raj furious, and he shouted, "What nonsense are you saying?" He demanded, "Tell me the truth. Are you happy with me, or is there a problem?" But Nandini refused to say anything. A few days later, Nandini's mother came to visit. Nandini asked her, "Did you come to check if I'm dead? Because I'm just surviving here like a dead person." Her mother was furious and said, "You are a married woman now. You have responsibilities. Forget the past and live in the present." Before she left, the servant at Nandini's old house handed her a bundle of letters that Samir had written to her. Taking the letters, Nandini ran upstairs and eagerly began reading them. Meanwhile, Raj returned home early from work and, unaware of what Nandini was doing, entered the room. He accidentally found one of the letters. At that moment, Raj realized that Nandini had a past relationship before their marriage. Even though Nandini tried to explain, Raj refused to listen. He said, "Don't try to fool me. I'm taking you back home right now." As he dragged her away, Nandini begged, "Please, let me talk." The truth comes out. Later, Raj went to speak with his father. By then, it became clear that Raj knew exactly what Nandini had been trying to tell him. In another scene, Ajay and his father had a conversation. Raj's father asked, "Have you lost your mind? You want to take your wife to Italy just to hand her over to her former lover?" But Raj had already made up his mind. He planned to find Samir and let Nandini reunite with her. Lost love. Raj knew deep down that Nandini wasn't truly happy with him. His father scoffed, "Can't you control your own wife? What kind of man are you?" But Raj replied, "Being a man doesn't mean making a woman unhappy." He continued, "I love Nandini, that's the truth, but I can't let her live a lifetime of sadness with me. I don't care what people say. I will find the love she's been searching for because only then will she be happy." Hearing this, his father was deeply moved. He said, "Raj, I may be the most famous lawyer in the world, but you are a good human being. I believe you will win this case." The journey to Italy. The next morning, Raj and Nandini prepared to leave for Italy. Upon arriving, they checked into a hotel. Raj asked her, "Do you at least have a photo of him? Searching for someone in a foreign country isn't easy." Then, the two of them left the hotel and began their search for Samir. Since Samir was a musician, Ajay suspected he might be working in a music store or teaching music to children. For the next few days, they went everywhere, asking about a man named Samir, but no one seemed to know him. One day, Raj and Nandini went to a restaurant for a meal. As they were about to pay the bill, Nandini noticed something inside the bill book, a drawing. It was a doodle Samir had drawn for fun back when he was learning music. She immediately asked the restaurant staff, "Who drew this?" A waiter replied, "Oh, that was done by the gentleman in the black shirt. He just left." Hearing this, Nandini ran outside in a frenzy, pushing through the crowd, desperately searching for Samir. But she couldn't find him. Suddenly, she tripped and fell hard. If Raj hadn't caught her, she might have been seriously hurt, or worse. Back at the hotel, Raj scolded her, "We need to be more careful." Frustrated and hurt, Nandini shouted back, "Then why didn't you just let me die?" So, Raj gets really angry after hearing that and scolds Nandini, saying, "No matter what happens, until you meet Samir, you are my responsibility." Still, Nandini doesn't fully understand what love really is, and she walks away. At this moment, Raj unknowingly starts to realize that he deeply loves Nandini. That's why he has been doing all these things for her. Raj walks alone on the street, and just then, a stranger bumps into him. That stranger is none other than Samir. But since Raj has never seen Samir before, they both just apologize and go their separate ways. The next day, Raj and Nandini resume their search for Samir. Meanwhile, Nandini apologizes to Raj for everything that happened the previous day. Raj tells her, "Even if there was nothing between us before, it doesn't matter. We can still be good friends." At the same time, Samir visits his father's grave with his mother. He tells his mother everything about Nandini, how she dances, how she talks, and how much he loves her. After a long search, Raj and Nandini finally find the house where Samir's mother lives. She tells them that Nandini sings every day at a nightclub in the city. She also says, Samir just came home but left again. Hearing this, Raj and Nandini rush out to find him. Just as they reach the road, they see the bus Samir boarded leaving. They stop a passing vehicle and ask for help to catch up with the bus. But instead of a helpful driver, they unknowingly get into a vehicle driven by two criminals. The criminals get close to Samir's bus but then drive into a deserted area. Then, one of the criminals pulls out a gun and demands, "Give us all your money, gold, and valuables." As Raj hesitates to hand over his wedding ring, a fight breaks out. This ring is valuable to him because it holds a memory of Nandini. During the struggle, the female criminal fires a shot, but the bullet doesn't hit Raj, it hits Nandini, who was standing behind him. Panicked, the criminals flee. Raj quickly rushes Nandini to a hospital. Luckily, the bullet didn't hit a critical spot, so after treatment, Nandini regains consciousness. Later, Raj goes to a nearby church to pray for her. Coincidentally, Raj meets Samir there. As Samir tries to introduce himself, someone he knows interrupts him, and he has to leave before saying his name. Raj also forgets about this incident. Since they are both in India, Raj and Samir talk for a while. When Raj tells Samir that his wife is in the hospital, they both pray together for her recovery. Since Raj has never seen Samir before, he doesn't recognize him. That evening, Raj buys a bouquet of flowers and visits Nandini in the hospital. Nandini looks at the flowers and asks, "How did you know I like these flowers?" Raj replies, "A stranger I met by chance in India gave them to me." Once Nandini is discharged from the hospital, she and Raj prepare to leave. While talking to Samir, Raj starts unconsciously humming a song. Hearing this, Nandini suddenly remembers. The person Raj met must have been Samir. She asks Raj for details, and that's when Raj realizes that the man he met was actually Samir. Raj rushes back to where they met, but Samir is nowhere to be found. The next day, Raj and Nandini go to the nightclub where Samir's mother said he sings on weekends. But Samir isn't performing that night. Instead, one of his friends invites them to a party at the club. At the party, Raj has a small drink and later walks with Nandini. Raj tells her, "Samir is a really good person. You would be very happy with him." Hearing this, Nandini finally understands something. Raj has done all these things for her because he truly loves her. That night, she stays up thinking, "What should I do? Should I go with Samir, who was my first love? Or should I stay with Raj, who sacrificed so much for me?" The next morning, Raj apologizes to Nandini. "If I said anything wrong last night, I'm sorry." Nandini replies, "I'm only now starting to understand what love really means." Just then, Raj gets a call from Samir's mother. "Son, did you find Samir? I haven't told him yet that you're looking for him. He'll be singing at a hotel tonight. You might be able to meet him there." So, Raj and Nandini set off for the hotel. On the way, Raj remembers a painful thought: Nandini leaving him and going to Samir. Once they arrive at the hotel, Samir's mother takes Nandini to see him. Raj, heartbroken, walks away alone. When Samir sees Nandini, he happily embraces her. But at that moment, Nandini realizes something. She no longer has feelings for Samir. She cannot abandon Raj, who has done so much for her. Samir asks, "What's wrong?" Nandini replies, "Samir, you taught me what love is, but my husband taught me how to sustain love." She tells Samir everything about Raj and what he has done for her. Even though it breaks Samir's heart, he understands the truth. This is how it was meant to be. Samir tells Nandini, "It's enough for me that you came this far just for me. But you're already married. I don't want to break that bond. Stay happy with Raj, he is a great man." Then he adds, "But in our next life, I will definitely make you mine." Nandini quickly leaves and searches for Raj. She finds him walking alone and runs into his arms. "I want to be with you." Raj replies, "I can't live without you either." Answer: this beautiful movie ends with the message that true love is about sacrifice. One lover receives love, while another loses it. So, what do you think about today's movie? If you liked it, don't forget to give this video a like. And if you're new to this channel and love watching movies, make sure to subscribe and turn on the bell notifications to never miss a video. I'll be back soon with more amazing movies. Until then, take care, and stay blessed.